the 10th of Nisan, naturally, that's Yud Nisan, marks the Hilula of a great Algerian rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yeshua Lallum Z'tl Libracha. He was born in English year 1901, to be precise, on the 18th of February, and he passed away on the 27th of April in English year 1950. He was approximately 49 years of age at the time he passed away. He will become a famous rabbi in Algeria, especially in the area of Boknastin. Very, very famous place, let's just say, in the northern part of Algeria. And he'll become the rabbi of various other, I think, cities, including Kiráta, Gulma, Betna, all in the Algerian vicinities, different parts, respectively. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the famous rabbi's life. Now, he was born, as we stated at the onset, in Boknastin, in Algeria, and came from great rabbinic heritage. And I believe his mother's name was Rabbanit Esther Atali, from the Atali family, and his father's name was Rab Makhluk Bibi. Happened to be, I believe, the grandson of another famous rabbi who I believe we actually did speak about on previous occasions before. His name was Rabbi Yeshua Lallum Z'tl. Very much interesting enough in of itself. Okay, now I believe his father passed away while he was at young age, and his mother raised him alone. And later on, he would learn under auspices of great rabbis in the Algerian territories. Among some of the great rabbis included the famous Rabbi Shimon Dochan, Rabbi Yosef Genesia, who we spoke about on various occasions before, and the famous Rabbi Sidi Faraj Alimi, who happened to be, let's say, the chief rabbi of Boknastin, respectively, and was the author of various great Torah books in of itself, and Rab David HaKohen. So some of these rabbis we actually dedicated videos to, which I recommend everyone to look back into inside the series. Now, he was ordained into the rabbinate. He was only about 18, 19 years of age. In English, in 1919. And he would be appointed as a rabbi in an area called Kiráta, which we spoke about from outset, a very prominent position at such a young age. And it's interesting, he would also, while he was appointed in that position, he would meet his future wife. Her name was, I believe, Rabbanit, who will become the Rabbanit, Mona Atlan, I believe, respectively, and would get married to her. And I think he would spend a total of 6 years in Kiráta, respectively, and as in the rabbinate over there in the premier position. And then in 1925, he would become, let's just say, a rabbi of Galma, another, let's say, prominent position over there. I think he would also work in various different positions in the Jewish community, including being a shliach tzibur, a chazan, naturally, a shochet, rabbi that will perform kosher slaughter, a darshan, rabbi to give various grandiose sermons in of itself. And he would, I think, over there in those territories, it will help in regards to educational activities for youth and for adults, respectively. It's actually interesting. I think there was the passing of another great rabbi, or maybe it was Rav Yaakov Shoshana. He was one of the great rabbis of Boknastin. He would be appointed as a rabbi after him in that specific vicinity in of itself. Rav Shoshana we've spoken about on various occasions before, and he was appointed rabbi of Bonn, I think, and Rabbi Lallum would be returned to Boknastin, I think, in 1935. So sorry, I'm not too sure if Rabbi Yaakov Shoshana actually passed away at this stage or not. It could have been he helped him, Rabbi Lallum, become the rabbi of Bonn, respectively, just to clarify. So Rabbi Lallum will eventually return in the year 1935 to Boknastin. I think it was under the request of Rav Sidi Faraj Alimi to fill, let's say, Rav Shoshana's place at that point in time, take on various different, let's just say, his different jobs, which was over there in the rabbinate, including becoming a chazan, a great rabbi, giving sermons and working kiruv in of itself. And this city had much opportunity. There was a lot of talent also. It was reported over in this specific vicinities. He would, I think, help also students, train them to become slaughter, kosher slaughter, shochtim, chazanim, and darshanim, respectively. And then Rav Yehuda Zerbib, it was reported, passed away in the year 1941. He will be appointed to become the head rabbi, let's just say, of Betna, respectively. And this was a position where I think he had correspondence, or he was working along with other various different rabbis at that point in time, along with Rabbi Rachmim Gaj, Rabbi Shlomo Barami, and Rabbi Chai Dezir Elbaz. I believe they were the great rabbis that would actually serve alongside him in this area. And in Batna, he would work to establish kashrut, expand Jewish education, and very much help within regards to, conquering anti-Semitism in different formats over there, because there was a lot of problems at that stage in time. He worked to help and care for Jewish refugees that come from Gabs in Tunisia, respectively, because there was a lot of people moving in and out, respectively. He would fight also assimilation in those places. There were various different problems, let's just say, at that point in time. And he tried to really distance the Jewish community away from the non-Jewish culture that was prevailing at that point in time, and really draw to them and really, let's just say, attract them back towards Judaism, respectively. He passed away, reported over in 1950 in Batna. I think that was the 10th of Nisan of that year. Reported over, he had 9 children and wife, and he passed away. He was in about 49 years of age. Time passing, he was very well liked by people of all denominations, and that very much was represented in his funeral, because it wasn't just a huge amount of Jewish community that would attend. Various Muslims and Christians attended his funeral also. That's actually reported over at a later stage. I believe it was possibly around the, I'm not sure, I think it was, I'm not sure, Heitaf Shun Nun Aleph, in that specific year itself. They would actually move his bones from Algeria to have a burial in Beersheba, respectively. In 1986, way after he passed away, nearly 36 years afterwards, a Beit Knesset synagogue will be actually established under his name in Beersheba, respectively, which that was, I would recommend everyone to look into that. Now, he left Torah colossal works in of itself, including Likutei Aaron, which is Drashot, Droshim, I think actually in Arabic, in of itself, on the topic of faith, Emunah, which is a very important topic, on Chesed, Achdut, unity, Gilgul Neshamot, with regards to reincarnations, I believe, Evel mourning periods, Hespedim, Tfilat, and various prayers, and various other, let's say, important Torah-related, let's say, items or topics in of itself. And I think that it will actually be, this Arabic translation will be translated in Ivrit at a later stage. There was various other great writings. He would do a Perush, I believe, on the book of Psalms, Tehillim, and on the various different, I think, important, let's just say, issues in of itself. Now, it's his Hilula here on the 10th of Nisan. It was a great rabbi of that time. It was nicknamed the Rabbi Va'azizi, I believe, or Yikari, interesting enough. And his Hilula is on the 10th of Nisan. Don't forget to light candles in memory. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis. Yes, yeah. If you're related to any of the great Chachamim we are speaking about, please send me an email. I would love to hear more. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. If you feel anyone's interested in watching these videos, share the videos to those people respectively. So wishing all a Shavua Tov. Take care.